All right, peace. This is the talented Mr. Ripley, and this is Exit 109. Tonight we got Mars Hall on the set.
In the building.
So so go ahead and tell people who you is and shit and where you from.
Mars Hall, uh, Rule Born. You know what I'm saying? For those who don't know, it's Red Bank, New Jersey. Um, that's what it is. Mars Hall. Mars Hall is a play off of my regular name. Those who know me, that's my government name. I hate my government name. We can talk about that later, but Mars Hall.
Okay, but go deeper. Like you said Red Bank, but that ain't your origin. What's your origin, nigga? Where you from?
All right. Well. Originally, all right, I was born in Puerto Rico. Uh, I was a Navy brat. You know what I'm saying? My dad met my mother in Puerto Rico, moved off to Norfolk. We all know that Norfolk is the biggest, the biggest Navy base in the world. Most Navy people end up there. So I grew up pretty much Norfolk, Virginia Beach, Portsmouth, and that was my early ages. I came to Jersey probably 87. So I came here I was 11 years old when I came here for the first time, and that was for a death in the family. And
Okay.
my dad was actually from Red Bank, and my mother was from Puerto Rico. So when they divorced, my dad came back to Red Bank. My mother stayed in Norfolk, and I stayed out there, like I said, till about 11. I came here for the first time, and then I came down here to live probably 12, 13 years old. So I guess
Okay. Okay.
that's my origins. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Yeah.
I
That's
want
what
to
I was
say
looking
that
for.
I want to say in Rule Born, uh, there were influences. Uh, I can't because I came here rapping at 11 years old. So it's like I was with those who were rapping already at that time. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Yeah.
that's always been my thing. Music's always been my thing. I started rapping probably 9, maybe 10 years old. Um, and I probably recorded my own like make shot demo probably when I was about maybe 10 years old. So I kind of felt
Okay.
like when I came here to Jersey, maybe 11, 12 years old, I was already seasoned, if that makes any sense. I felt like I was seasoned at like 11. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you had to, you definitely was. You definitely was seasoned. I can attend to that. Definitely was. From when I heard you, I probably ain't hear you till you was about 12, 13, or something like that. And I can recall.
Yeah.
Cause I
I mean,
think
I
I
don't know.
think it was around that time.
I was a lonely kid, all right. You know what I'm saying? At least in my
Because
days of
because
Virginia.
because like you know how like you said you came to Red Bank and you had like built in friends. I wasn't one of those kids that was one of those built in friends. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't meet you till we was on the street.
Until a little late.
You know what I'm
Yeah, until a
saying?
little late.
Matter of fact, the first time I really heard you spit was at that fucking talent show, and I believe that was my freshman year. So that was 90, 91. Yeah.
Okay, so that was
But
probably,
matter of
yeah,
fact, nah, I known you before that though, because we all had math by then. That's
yeah,
the summer that I got math was the beginning of that 1990, not yeah, 90 summer, going into high school.
yeah, yeah.
So we already
And
knew each
I
other,
got it
but
in. Yeah, I got it the summer of '90. So yeah, that most definitely was the affiliation of at that
that's when you
time. You know
got
what
it the
I'm saying?
summer of 90. So I think that's the summer I got it too. So you was a freshman. You was going into your sophomore year, right?
It was pretty much the end of freshman year. It was actually
But
the
the
end of
talent
freshman
show,
year.
yeah, and the talent show
Well,
was the beginning of the year though. Cause I was
it
already
might
in
have
high
been.
school. I
It
was
might have been.
already in school. Cause I
Okay,
wanted to
and it was
get into shit. Cause I remember niggas was telling me to like mass and then was telling me, and I was too scared to rap. Then I wasn't ready yet.
yeah, I was that talent show. Matter of fact, that was my sophomore year. That was sophomore year
Yeah,
because I
what?
had knowledge already. Because I actually
Yeah,
had a universal flag painted on the back of my
facts.
coat.
Facts. You
So
was
that was
all
already.
righteous. All righteous. You was already all right.
Yeah,
Hey, you was
yeah,
already all righteous.
yeah,
Fact.
yeah, yeah. And
You
actually,
tower
actually,
mass.
actually, Actually, if I'm not mistaken, the whole premise of the talent show was we had to end and begin our rap with "I write rhymes."
Yeah,
So
facts. Yup.
if I'm not mistaken, it was because I originally started it like that because I write and I started it, my shit with I write rhymes, and then I kind of like threw the ideas like everybody should just start and end they shit like that, almost like a pass off, like a relay race kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, okay. Yeah, that shit was dope. I remember that shit. That's what really gave me my confidence to first I had to gain the confidence to really like I knew y'all niggas, but it was like I didn't like really know y'all niggas. Like Power Mass, I knew Power Mass from growing up. Who else was up there with y'all? Norris, I already knew Norris because Norris was one. He was trying to
Why?
get me to, huh?
No, go ahead. No, you
Wise
can
was
go. No,
there. Yeah, like I was saying, Norris was trying to get me to rap with y'all, but I was, like I said, I wasn't prepared for that shit.
yeah, it was
And
seven.
I
It was
think
seven.
who else was
It
up?
was seven MCs. It was seven MCs
It
on that
was
stage.
Wise was up there too.
Yep, seven MCs on that stage. We were at that time we were either ranging from 15 to 17 years old.
Mm-hmm.
It was me, Power Master, Wise Culture, Norris,
Mm-hmm.
Tory, Divine Energetic,
Ah, yeah, Divine Energetic.
and it was one other person. I can't think of them right now. Or was that
Was
seven?
it?
Oh, me and me
Huh? Yeah, you,
and me.
yeah,
So did
you.
I?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So you know, I
I
mean,
was
it was a,
about to
it was
say
a.
Ramesses. Ramesses wasn't with y'all.
No, that was later. That was a later talent show. That was a little later. That was a little later. You know what I'm saying? But
Ramesses.
I did most definitely. I've always wanted to be, involved with whatever I felt my talent was. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I felt like I had some sort of talent since I was probably maybe 5 years old, and I'm probably giving away my age. But when These Are
The
the
nigga
Breaks
illest.
came out, when These Are the Breaks came out, if I'm not mistaken, I think I knew that song word for word to the point that like I was the entertainment. Like people used to come over and my mother used to actually have me bust out that whole, boy in the blue, what you gonna do? Like you know what I'm saying? And it was my shit. It was my, I don't know if that was the beginning of the, I want to be an instrument of you know what I'm saying? And from
Yeah,
there, from there is like the urge of wanting to, make a product, like make something from scratch that was made by me, something you
yeah.
haven't heard before, and I created it. And
That's dope.
I guess I felt like that between 5 and 10 years old. It started with, how you hit your mother with them with those roses are red, violets are blue type of violent, those type of Valentine's Day cards and stuff. Like you love your
Yeah.
mama. Your mama's always your first love. You know what I'm saying? Until you really,
Facts. Right.
until most of the time, until you find out how she really rolling. you know
Yeah.
what I'm
But you
saying? But
still
other
love
than
her
that,
though. But you
yeah,
still
you
love
still
her
love her.
though.
You still love her. You still love her. So
Yeah.
she was the first one that I guess I tried my so-called raps with. You start with the basics and then you switch it up and put your own little twist on it. Um, like I said, probably about 10 years old, I actually made my first demo with about 6 songs on it. Okay. I recorded
Okay.
myself beatboxing. Then I recorded myself throwing a little instrumental ad lib to the beat. And and then I played that and recorded myself over top of that. And I did 6 songs like that when I was probably 10 years old. So that was the beginning of me just trying to,
Damn.
like, I could put some product together. Like I'm not a one trick pony. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it just takes a person to just go down, one rabbit hole. I mean, I know I say a lot in my raps. Me at 730 got a joke now going because he's Mr. Everything. Like if you notice, you listen to his raps, he's Mr. Everything. He's Mr. Remix. He's Mr. Make It Happen Right Now. I told him I'm Mr. Playback. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Because you ain't gonna catch everything the first go around. And it's supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be like that. Play it back. Play it back. If you don't think I'm making any sense, play it back.
I got you. I got you. You ain't got
But
to
yeah, that was
explain
the
to me,
beginning.
son. You ain't, you ain't got to explain none of that to me. You already know I've been through the hell with you.
Word is born. Word is born. Our history speaks volumes. You know what I'm saying?
It's got many values.
Word is born. Well, yeah, but that was the beginning stages. Like I said, came out here to Jersey, and like I said, I've been rapping since. I mean, I've never been one for promotion. You know what I'm saying? And that probably might have been my issue. I mean, I'm a showcaser. I'm gonna show it to you. I'm gonna show it to you right now. I give it to you live. Like I don't know. I felt like I've always been on automatic. I even live my life now as the star of my own show, and I work a regular fucking job. But you got to be that in this day and time, because if you don't kind of like evade the certain shit that they got for you in this matrix, you're gonna be a pretty messed up individual.
Yeah, you're gonna
So
be
I
a
try to
pretty
use
much
my
so
discernment.
individual.
I try to use my discernment in almost everything. I try to break, habits as much as possible. I try to, you know, I try to clear my mind of all negativity, on the most part, because people don't understand that negativity doesn't only, create like a terrible environment for everybody around you. It actually like is harming you. Like it takes so much more energy to be negative than it is positive. People don't even understand that.
And that's I
But it's
tell like I tell the kids that shit all the time. It's easier to be positive than it is negative, because even like I notice if I walk around with not the angry grill that I grew up learning to use, if I walk around with a calm energy, and I don't have to have a smile on my face, but I don't have to be frowning neither. It's like my day go by easier. I'm not stressing on anything. Even if somebody bring me a stressful situation, like that shit bounce off of me like rubber or something. You know what I'm saying? But that shit is like I always tell the kids, like the grandkids especially, like it's easier to be yourself, and your natural self is to be a loving person. You know what I'm saying? The evil
Mhm,
is something that you create, that's created, something entered you, like uh what you call possessed you to be evil. That's really what it is. It's a possession. That evil, that energy is just like an evil possession. You know what I mean? So it's
uh-huh,
easier to be peaceful and enjoy life, and in that way, everybody else, like people that's having a bad day, might have to change up their energy. They like, oh shit, here come right. Like this nigga is not gonna let me be pissed off. He gonna talk shit about me if I'm all angry. So
yep.
I even got to put on a smile myself to to deal with you. You know what I'm saying? So
Well, look, you got to understand that most of the time when a person is going through that, it's a direct connection to what they got going on in their life, and they are so willing to push that shit your way. You know, I've grown to a nice age, and like I said, we know each other for a very long time. You know what I'm saying? I was a big drinker. There was a lot of things going on in my life, and it's only now that you really got to take, perspective and really, look at your life in a looking glass and really pay attention to what is going on in your life. Like when people, believe in whatever they believe in, whatever higher power, whatever you choose to do, you got to really understand that higher power is you. It's almost like you got to pick yourself up and dust yourself off, and what you're doing
and
bad, man.
place yourself on a pedestal. You have to place yourself on a pedestal. Word is bond. You do.
Well, yeah. So
It's hard to do, but that's what you got to do.
and like I said, with what they got going on in life, the food, the all the enemies that the devil done put together for us, we gotta evade that, and then in the same breath try to fight the fact that we are kings and queens, and we gotta live as such. But that's hard to do when the pressures of life, you know what I'm saying, got you like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's so many people that want to live with the Joneses instead of just wanting to be just to be, just to exist, just to be able to be peaceful, to be in a place where there is no confusion, where you know what's going on with you. You know?
Right.
And it's hard for people to fight that. You know what I'm saying? There's people that's 70 years old that don't reach that. Like I've ran into older men who it's almost like they stopped learning. You know, it's almost like they got to a certain point in life where they're okay. I'm good. I don't need to learn anything else.
Yep. Yep.
You
Those
know,
are the
I mean, it is
people.
what it is.
I mean, but those are the people who like that's 85% of the population. You feel what I'm saying? And we 5% of the population. So it's we always going to be out. 95% of the population is out of that 95% is probably 75% that we got to fight. You know what I'm saying? Against. You know what I'm saying? And then that rest of that, you know, is like those are people who are just sliding by. You know what I'm saying? And I know I spend a lot of time trying to fight them people. But now it's like I don't even have the energy for that shit. Like if I don't fight with you, then you can't beat me. That's how I see it. If I ain't in the fight with you, you can't beat me. So we
I said
ain't
that. Look,
beefing.
I said that in a rap a long time ago. All right, you can't beat me if I'm standing in the finish line.
Yeah, it's over. It's over. Oh, it's over. That's what I'm saying.
So yeah, so that's how I've always been. I mean, I don't know, because I was a lonely kid, you know what I'm saying? I pretty much raised myself, you know what I'm saying? I got sent down here with my dad, probably, like I said, probably 11, 12 years old. And at that moment, like I said, that man wasn't in my life, you know, that much, almost like non-existent, all the way before this time, and it's almost like, now I got a chip on my shoulder because now you trying to raise me, and it's like, brat, where you been at? Like, you know what I'm saying? So now that right there is the combativeness. I'm a adolescent. I'm trying to learn myself. I'm trying to learn me. I'm trying to learn the ways of life. And daddy, and so-called daddy here, who happens to be friends with every single kid in the damn town, who became my friends. I mean, that's for a different interview. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're not going there, son.
You know what I'm
We're gonna
saying?
leave
That's
that
for a
energy
different interview.
alone.
Yeah, but for the most part, music. Like I said, I got a long, extensive, I guess, unsigned career in rap.
Yeah.
I mean, me, my guys from Rulers, productions, the rappers, everybody. We got some stuff. We got some things. We got some fire. I promise y'all, we got some fire. And I realized in life that usually the support that you don't get from those who claim that you're good, it's almost like it's hard for them to, I guess, put together that you are just as talented as a person that you see up on the TV there. And it's like, I'm standing with this guy, and it's like, I can't put it, I can't, so I don't wanna see it. I don't wanna believe that this guy is just as nice as what I'm watching on that video I just saw. It's almost like you don't want to push somebody, I don't want to push you out the nest because I know you could fly.
Yeah.
You might fly, and you might fly away. Look, you might fly away.
Yeah. Like I see what you was talking about, where people don't see that your talent is just as ill as that rapper that you've been liking for the last 10 years, is because they're not artists. So most of the people that listen to our music and see our videos and critique our art, a lot of them I'm not trying to knock the supporters and the fans out there, but a lot of them are not artists. You know what I'm saying? So they don't understand the definition of art. What they understand is the the rewards that the artist got. You know what I'm saying? So they see talent as being how many chains this nigga got on, how many houses he got, how many hit songs he got. You know what I'm saying? That's what they see because they not artists. You know what I'm saying? This is why when they make these, especially like I said, I'm not knocking nobody, but the biggest haters for any artist is the people that they know or that they grew up with, the community that they grew up in. A lot of times, these people don't support you. Not saying that they don't, but there's a lot of them that don't. A majority of them don't. You know what I'm saying? And it's because of, I see it as two things. Like, it took me a long time and it used to have me baffled why the people in the neighborhood that I grew up in, that I named my label after, don't show love, is because, first of all, they feel like they know me and they like, oh yeah, man, that nigga ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Or, like I said, they're not artists, so they don't understand the artistry of it. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand that it's not just, especially in these days and times, the game has got everybody under the assumption that, oh, I did my album in a week, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that ain't artistry, nigga. It might take me a month to write a verse or record a song, but it's the artistry in it.
Well, see, the thing is, a person's talent is a person's talent. I guess however long whatever it takes for your juices to flow, it just matter if they there or not.
Yeah. Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Is if they there or not. I mean, if I'm trash, and that's the reason why nothing happened, then so be it.
But I know
But you're not gonna tell me it's trash when you're allowing what's been playing to be okay.
To be your favorite. Like, that shit you listening to is trash. You telling me that my shit ain't better. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is trash. But like I said, that goes back to that energy that I don't draw into no more. So what I learned to do is focus on those that I know support the music. And what I found out, like in our lane that we do, not saying we are in a box to where you can say this is what type of music they do. But first of all, most of the niggas that I fuck with, that I do work with, whether it's y'all or anybody else that I meet amongst my travels, are 40 or better. You know what I'm saying? So we've gotten to a point to where most of us are civilized, righteous men. So we've read books and we don't give a fuck about what entices a 20-year-old. We about to try to teach this 20-year-old. You know what I'm saying? So some people can't handle that. Some people just want to party and bullshit all the time. You know what I'm saying? But
and look, and the thing is, and the thing is, and sometimes that energy it calls for that energy. You know what I'm saying? But if a person is feeling, my thing is at this point in life, right? It's almost like I stopped caring about the haters because it's almost like you're gonna do it anyways. So now at this point, I'm gonna rap to make you hate me more.
Yeah.
I mean, I love to poke the bear. I love it. I love it. And in this particular, in this particular moment, it's the haters. Y'all my bears.
It's the haters. Yeah, it's the haters. But like, if you want to be this superhero, you gotta have a villain. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that makes your identity. You can't just keep saying you the illest superhero and you ain't never fought nobody. You know what I'm saying? So I need that. Like, that shit is breakfast for the champion. That's what I call it. Like, hating is breakfast for the champion. That shit that feeds me, nigga. That's get my day started. You know what I'm saying? It's a bowl of grapes. Your hatred is a bowl of grapes to me, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, so. Like, but that's the energy of an adult. We are grown, righteous men. We done beat niggas up, or we done fought and all that shit. We don't have to do that no more.
Yep. At this point in time, man, if you're nowhere near either acquired or anywhere near acquiring your 12 jewels, I don't know what else to tell you at this point. Your
Yeah.
unhappiness, if you're unhappy right now, this is for all my brothers and sisters, all right? Those who got knowledge yourself, all right? Them 12 jewels, if you not happy, you did something wrong in those 1 to 11. That's all I'm saying.
You missing something. You missing something.
Go back.
Facts. You was definitely you miss.
Go
Go
back.
back and renew your history. Like, you know what I'm
Go
saying?
back.
Go back and audit the system and find out how, because you applied the knowledge, but you ain't got no shelter. You did something wrong. You know what I'm saying? You call yourself God, but you can't put food on the table. You're doing something wrong. You know what I'm saying? And
Look,
those 12 jewels are the most important in it. And like, you don't have to be a part of the nation and gods and earths to follow the rules of the 12 jewels. Like, all human families of the planet Earth need those 12 jewels to make it through life. You know what I'm saying? It's to me, it's you know, we deal with 120 questions and answers, and we know that. But we needed to know the 12 jewels before we got that. You know, you know what I'm saying? Because if we didn't have that, we wouldn't have understood all the other things that, like the
yeah, we
things
wouldn't
that
have.
I know now, we wouldn't have it. But the crazy thing is, it's a lot of that shit that I thought I knew 30 years ago. But now I'm looking at it like, man, I had no motherfucking idea. You know what I'm saying? I
And
had
the
no
sad thing,
motherfucking
and
idea.
the sad thing is nobody was going to tell you either. Nobody was even going to tell you that's going to go ahead and keep it on moving. You know what I'm saying? That's only that's kind of a slight that I feel too, because it's like you know that I've been struggling with my whole weight issue. It's only now that I got my shit together finally, and it took for me to have to really really dig into this shit for myself. And I think that at that moment in time, we had FOA class, we had FOY class,
Yeah, all that
like
shit. We had
we
all that
should have
shit.
been taught more discernment when it comes to our food. I think that's just how I feel. It's almost like I had to spit. Like I
Yo,
feel
I
like I'm
got
like spinning this block is like kind of fucked up because I had to come you know what I'm
like
saying? Like it took this many
I
years. Like I've been could have knew this. Like this should have been in
the
my bag
crazy
already.
like the crazy shit is that me personally, I've been getting taught this. You seen my old son?
Yeah, hell
He's
yeah.
74 years. He's
Yeah, your dad
74
is
years
gone.
old, and
Yeah, your
and
dad
as
is my
long
Gandhi.
as
Your dad
word
is
is
my
bond, and as
Gandhi.
long as yeah, God, and as long as I've known him, he been eating granola and yogurt all day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everything he eat is alkaline foods. But
I
it's
pray, I pray,
always been like that.
I
Huh?
pray to a statue of your dad.
Yeah, that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact.
Word is bond.
But like, and then look, I got in my book of life right now, I got a Son of Man that's from '93, I think. But
Oh
the Son
wow.
of Man, word is bond, God. What this Son of Man that I got, the whole Son of Man is about eat to live. Everything in it is telling you, and it's been sitting in my book since then. You know what I'm saying? And then I bought for some. I guess I got it from one of the earths. I don't know, but it's a packet, and it's just full of all the herbs, natural herbs that you need to better yourself. But this shit been sitting in my book of life my whole life. You know what I'm
Because you were too
saying?
young. Yeah, you was too young to understand it.
Yeah, yo, it's even some degrees in there about the mothership, God, that's sitting in there that I bought from. I think it's the show and prove that we performed at. Now that I think about it, I think it was that
Wow.
show and prove. Yeah, God,
Wow.
because that was like '93, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was either 93 or 94.
Yeah, I think it was like '93. I'm trying to. I remember what I had on. I remember I had some green swishies with a bootleg Timberland T-shirt. And
You was
some
bootlegging.
I think yeah, I had the trendsetter outfit on, son. I had the trendsetter. I think our outfits were sponsored by Twinsetter, guy. We might have to get him shit back.
And that shit was a t-shirt. That shit was a t-shirt and maybe a hat.
And some swishies. I had a pair. Remember the swishy pants? You remember the swishy pants, the squishy pants
Yeah.
we used to wear and shit?
What
Yeah,
like
it was a
what
green
like break
pair of them.
what like the breakdancing pants?
Yeah, but yeah, them shits. Remember we used to like those niggas will wear those till they fall off your ass type of shit. You know, dirty niggas will wear the same ones for 6 months straight.
Damn. Like where my squishies
Yeah,
at,
the
nigga?
them
Oh, you
joints.
got them on still,
Yeah,
nigga.
yeah, like you see, you don't have my squishies on. I only wore them once, nigga.
Damn.
But yeah, man.
But but that's our history, you know what I'm saying? And music always been wrapped in that. You know what I'm saying? And we just trying to, show, the world, some new shit. There are other people around the world that are talented, we just want to showcase our talents. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, facts.
You know?
And it's but the crazy thing is that through my internet travels for the last 10 years, I have met thousands of people that are our same physical degree. You know what I'm saying? Our same age and do the exact same type of music we do. You know what I'm saying? So the internet tapped me into that world to where it's a way bunch of other motherfuckers. It's motherfuckers in Ghana. It's motherfuckers in Cologne, Germany. You know what I'm saying? There's no motherfuckers in Iceland that do this, and you be like, yo, you over there doing it like that? Especially like
Month.
producers. You know what I'm saying? So that, like, when I figured that out and locked in with what I'm locked in with now, it just like enhanced everything. Like it's helping us to get our word out further. That me and
Yeah.
you, like I keep saying, me and you were way before this internet shit. We was out here making music and trying to go to Def Jam Studios to turn in our music and doing competitions.
Yeah.
You know what
On
I'm
the
saying?
show.
But nowadays the technology has changed to so much that what we was working so hard to do, it's as easy as you going to 730 house recording a song and 730 uploading it to the world that same day. You know what I'm saying?
Just that quick.
So
Just that quick.
so why won't I want to still do this shit if I feel like I'm still nice? Like once I start sounding like Kool Moe Dee, you could be like, yo, God, either change that flow up or go back to making beats or just do the promotions, God,
Yeah.
run the
Yeah.
label. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I ain't got
I
that
was
yet.
discussing. Yeah, I was discussing that. Me, 730 and Bobby were just discussing that like recently, like that exact thing right there.
Yeah.
Like they kind of like bigged me up, They kind of bigged me up on some lyrics and shit, some shit, and they always do. And I'm like, listen, I love it. I love y'all bigging me up. As long as I don't sound like fucking Kool Moe Dee out this bitch at 50 years old. I mean, that was
Yeah.
the dude who initially sparked me out this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I would say that he was one of my
Influences.
templates of life. I call them templates. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause when people listen to me, don't nobody want to say that I sound like me. It's always
Yeah.
you sound like this, and this
Yep.
mixed. Listen, man, then maybe I'm an influence of it all, but uh I never sound like me. So I mean, I guess
Cause they don't know
it's
you,
that,
God. But they don't
yeah,
know
well,
you.
yeah,
But eventually it's gonna be a nigga come through in 20 years and be like, yo, you sound like Mars Hall. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So
yeah,
the crazy
yeah.
thing is though, like I said, I know you, I know your flow, I know your process, I know everything about you, and your flow, how you rap to a beat, is the same way you was doing in '93, nigga. Like, ain't nothing changed. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like, as far as
Yeah.
your flow,
Was always
now
riding a
as
bike,
far,
so
yeah, you was always riding the beat. So and so that you don't have to change anything. You never sound old if what you doing is already 40 years
well,
old.
well,
You know what I'm
well, well,
saying?
my newer material, it kind of it okay, it kind of changed, and this is why. Cause we got to talk about it.
Okay.
I never wrote raps. I just started writing raps like literally about 2 years ago. Like literally just starting
That's a fact.
penning paper. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how I used to remember raps in my head like this. I still don't understand how I still can do it. Maybe I was here before. Maybe I'm a scribe of some sort.
Yeah, it ain't
But
no maybe. It's a fact.
Out of my years, 7, I remember most of them. Out of my 50 years, I remember 45 years of my life.
That's what's up.
And probably almost like photographic almost, you know? And that's how I was with music for a very long time. You know, I didn't write raps. Like, so a lot of this stuff that I recorded, I just went inside of the booth, like in the dark. And I'm not saying that I freestyle, but it's just like the same way you learn a new song on the radio and you like it and you love it. That's how you learn your own music. And I guess that also, that's also far. That's also probably a play from being a lonely child. Like I said, a lonely child. It's just, you know.
I know. I'm an only child myself. I'm an only child. You know what I'm saying? So,
well,
but
I had some sisters there, but I might as well be the only child.
Yeah, you was young. You was younger than your sister, so you know, you. I mean, but shit. But you know, but those are the things that when you spend time alone as a child, you figure out yourself, and it's a sense of solid. You know, what you call it, solitude. You know what I'm saying? As a youngster, because I know I was only child. The reason I started doing music is because I was sitting at home by myself listening to music. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. You know. So you sat down at a time and just, but like I was saying though, I've been in the studio with you plenty of times, and everybody already had their raps, or we sitting there writing our raps, and you doing what Jay-Z say he do, or you go in the booth and just start rocking, so we be like, all right, right, you getting whacked now, let's cut it here, and we gonna go on from there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen nobody else do that shit. I heard niggas talk about it, but before them niggas was talking about it, you was already doing it. You know what I'm saying? When Big came out back in the day and said he on right, you was already doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it was a lot of times that you wasn't like Jay say, you know, a nigga throw on a beat and they say he be in the studio just like this for about a good 45 minutes, and then he go in the booth and start knocking shit out. Nah, you will walk in walk in the booth and just start rapping. Like, the fuck, this nigga is a wizard or something. You know what I'm saying? That's what I remember. But you was rapping when we wasn't in the studio, when we could have just been just chilling, playing the game, and the beat come on the game, and you just start freestyling and shit. So you was always practicing.
Yeah, music.
You was always practicing.
Yeah, music always been attached to me. Music still attached to me. Yeah. I think the frequency of music are healing. You just got to find the right music that toots your soul. I think most of the time, if I rhyme off a beat, the frequency already caught me. You know, whatever frequency in that beat that made me want to rap, it already got me. And once that happens, and I start with one line, it's almost like the one line tells the other line, yo, where you at? And and then he say that to the next one and the next one. And, you know, I got songs where I'm rhyming for a very, very, very long time, nonstop. I got a lot to say, you know? And if you listen, you'll hear what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm not one that's gonna. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, I was just gonna say also that energy that they hear when you rhyming is not just when you rhyming. Like, you are the dude who's always talking. You might, most of the time, one of us gotta be like, yo, right, shut the fuck up. Like, right? We
very
tired of
talkative.
hearing you talk. You always been like that though, so it's like, you know what I mean? It don't bother me because I just be like, oh, that's just
Again,
righteous, like, you know what I mean?
again, in the multiverse, maybe I'm some type of professor or something, or somebody who talks. You know what I'm saying?
You're entertainer, a medium. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
That just command the room. Like if I walk in the room and I don't know nobody in that shit, I hear a ha 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 ha. Oh shit! I'll be like, oh, they go righteous. I'm good. I heard that nigga as soon as I walked in the door. Like, you know, that's just who you are though, God, and you
Yeah.
know, shit.
So I try to bring that same, that same energy because again, that energy is me. As you get older, man, you try to fill yourself out more and more. You know, uh, I did that to myself at a very young age. So now it's just more so wiser and just being more, more in tune with life. You know what I'm saying? Like what it takes to actually, you know, be happy. Like I said, we talked about them 12 jewels, but you gotta acquire every single one of those pieces properly in order to have that true happiness. And in the same breath, people are trying to, as you go in life, it's just those natural, negative demons that are out there that are going to try to invade your positive energy. And that's just life. That's how life goes. You know what I'm saying? You either gotta be a light being or a dark being, man. Like that's all that's going on right now. You either light or dark. That's what's
Yeah.
happening right now. You either light or dark, and you
And
can hear the dark.
but that both of those lights exist within you because you can't have light without the dark. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
if you turned on the light in the light room, you won't see the light because the light is already there. But if you turn on the light in the dark room, you're going to see the light. So both of those energies exist within you. It's the responsibilities and the talents of man that you know how to balance them out, and you know how to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how to control the dark.
I, I,
You know what I'm saying? You know
I
how to
like
stay lit.
I like to refrain from the dark.
Yeah.
I try
You
my
like to
best to
stay
try to
lit.
refrain.
You like to
Well,
stay lit. You feel what I'm saying?
but speaking of dark, that's the first volume coming off my Beat Dealer project, Beat Dealer / Beat Killer,
Yep.
the
See?
dark volume. And I actually just
Yep.
wanted to go a little dark on this project, man. That's all. Just you know what I'm saying, just to give you a little taste of what could happen when it get dark. The
Yeah.
second volume is the sun volume, so
Mm.
what sits in the dark will come to the light. You just gotta wait on it.
Exactly. That's what I
So what
said.
I'm
You
trying to
can't
do
have
is
light without dark.
So what I'm trying to do is the project I got going on with them is so much of it is almost done that it's almost like the whole project is done. I mean, the seven in the beginning that I was beginning with the dark volume is almost like the other songs are getting completed as I go. So it's almost like by the time this project is done, I might be able to release the project like a volume every 2 weeks. I mean, I've been working, and the only thing that I really got is what I dropped on the beginning of the year is my shots fired. But I got so much other recorded music. It's just, I really don't want to give it to the people until it's, I want y'all to get a proper project from a local from a local. You know what I'm saying? And and understand that we like to put time and patience and effort in our things as well. You know what I'm saying? When you hear us talking about, whatever we talking about, comparable to what you heard on the radio, the new shit that just came out. Like, I try to stay away from other music because I don't want to be influenced. I try my best to not be influenced. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wrote a weed song, and then somebody told me, "Well, Redman, okay, yeah, and okay, like, okay, I get it, I love the artist and I fuck with him, but I'm also from Jersey as well, and we're just as we talented as well too. So, I mean, everybody talks about weed.
Like,
Everybody talk
like
about
yeah.
weed.
Yo, Cab Calloway got a song called "The Weed Man." Go look it up. he talking about his plug. Word is bond. He got a song. He be like, the weed man, the weed man. It's some old shit from the 30s, son. And he talking about his plug in the song.
Wow.
So Redman did it, yeah. So did fucking Bob Marley. So did Cab Calloway. You know what I'm saying? That's just art. But you smoke your weed. They don't smoke your weed. So you gonna talk about what you smoke. You know what I'm saying?
My thing is, you know, I take my talents and do whatever I choose to do with my talents. You know what I'm saying?
As an
At this
artist.
point, at this point in life, man, everybody done talked about almost everything and anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they done talked about it however they did it or however which ways they go. You know.
Facts.
For the most part, I try to put my twist on whatever I'm doing. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You know, again, the people don't know me, so maybe you need to learn how. You know, you need to. The only way to know me is to go listen to that music. It's all there.
But that's the duties of an artist. You're not supposed to paint a picture for anyone. As I see as an artist, for me, I don't paint pictures for nobody. I paint my picture, and I want you to listen to it and give your observation. Like you go to an art gallery and you see a painting on the wall, and what they do at an art gallery is they're going to look at the painting and say what they think that artist was thinking when he painted that picture. That's how art works. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to come out here and you be like, well, dog, you should do a song like he do. That's not. I'm not doing art. Then I'm just out here copycatting and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just out here sketching. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm painting what they painting. I don't want to do that. Like, I'm not that type of person, you know? So that's what, you know, that's what I see with all of us. And our art is always none of us that's in our circle paint the same picture. You know what I'm saying? We don't even use the same type of canvas. You might paint on a sheet, you know, 730 painting on a concrete wall. You know, I'm painting on the side of a train. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all have different types of art and type of music that we listen to and things that we choose to do. So
Yeah, we all. Yeah, we
shit.
like I said in the beginning, man. I've always wanted things to be on some super friend shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know that there's talented artists, you know, within my own town. I know there's talented artists within hip hop. But the fact remains that I'm talented as well, and there's no need, there's no reason for me to shy away from it. You know what I'm saying? If I'm able to showcase talent, I'm gonna go ahead and showcase it. You know, and if a person don't want to hear it, they do have the you know the choice to keep it pushing.
Facts. That's a fact. So yeah, we coming up on 50 minutes. We've been on here. Just tell everybody, reframe with everybody what you got coming out.
All right, right now you can go check my Spotify, Mars Hall, MARS space Hall. Now, people, I'm gonna let y'all know now there's some white dude there. I don't know how to change him. We ain't
Yeah,
gonna
we
go
trying
back
to.
and forth. Okay, he look like
I've been
Tom.
trying to get
He
it
look
changed, but it won't change.
he look like Tom from Facebook. Leave him alone. Okay, that's my guy. All right. But when y'all see that white man Tom under Mars Hall, that's my music. Go in there, you know what I'm saying? I released a song called Shots Fired on my birthday, which was New Year's Day. You know what I'm saying? We released that in the beginning of the year. That was rotating, moving around. Um, I got so many other projects in the clip. I got a huge project with the Beat Dealers coming. It's an actual 4-volume project, but I didn't want to name it 1, 2, 3, and 4. You know, I kind of like twist. I like to twist things around a little bit. So the volumes are the dark volume, the sun volume, the moon volume, and the stars volume. All right. So the dark volume is going to be more so of a play on some darker songs. You know, that got some features on there. I got a feature from you on there, from from the talented Mr. Rip. You know what I'm saying? And we got some I think that might be the only goddamn feature on that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't want too many people to go dark with me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But once we come back out that sun, when we come back out that sun, a whole lot of features. I got 730 on there. I got you on there. I got Bobby on there. Whole lot of songs coming out on there on that one, and it's all beat dealer slash beat killer. That's what the project is. You know what I'm saying? Um, uh, that's their official name. So I wanted to kind of like put a play on it as I did a project with them. So they deal beats, I kill beats. You know what I'm saying? Um, I also got some other music with my with another producer hands. My cousin most definitely got a couple got some music in a clip. I got a part 2 for Biotoxin 2. Did you drop that yet? Okay,
Nah,
yeah,
I didn't.
I got Biotoxin 2 in the clip for those who listen to Biotoxin Enabler. Um, it was more of a toxic song. It was pretty much detoxifying someone. So now we going all the way detoxify him when I bring him back with the Biotoxin Enabler Part 2, The Cure. Um, like I said, we got a
The
whole lot of music
antidote.
products.
The antidote.
You know what I'm saying? The antidote. Word is born, the antidote.
Yeah.
So we got a
Yeah.
whole lot of music coming. Like I said, I'm doing beat dealers, beats. I'm slaying cinematic beats. I'm doing whatever beats. You know what I'm saying? Whatever beats that come my way, and whatever the 7 men in my pen decide to write. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I don't even, I don't know what happens when a beat come on. Like I said, when that frequency catch me, it's showtime, and whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. You know,
Yeah.
there's times when whatever's going on, whatever words that are spitting in my head on a regular basis, they have to come out. And if it takes whatever beat to kind of make it spill out, that's where it's at. I mean, I'm at an age now that I'm up there, and it's still coming. It's still coming, and it feels good for people to go. Oh, you know what? You should like because I don't recycle bars. You know what I'm saying? I try to give everybody something fresh. I like similes. I like entendres. I love double entendres, triple entendres. I like them all. Sometimes I don't even know how I do it, and it's happening as it's happening. I don't even know that I did that, but it just happened.
You don't know you did it till you sit back and listen. You be like, oh shit, I went there. Like that's how I be sometimes. I be like, damn, I ain't even realize I was. It just be flowing. You know what I mean? It don't. I don't know how it works, but it does it.
Yeah, so that's
So
where I've been
that's
at
the
lately.
magic.
Yep, that's the magic of it, and that's where I've been at lately. So there's a lot of projects that I got going. Like I said, Beat Dealer, Beat Killer, project. I got Biotoxin Enabler 2 in the Clippy. I got so much music with 730 that's ridiculous, and that's his production. So that's a lot of music too. That's like we don't know where we actually gonna go with it because I can't put it with a Beat Dealer project because it ain't Beat Dealer produced. So those are small little singles that we're releasing as we go. Bobby just released a song called "A Weak Section" that's featuring me at 730.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually featured all over his Say Less project. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I also got a couple of songs with 730 that's on his Spotify. I think he got the keyboard gangsters on there. Um,
Yep.
and he got a couple other songs in there in the cut. So, like I said, we record music. It's there. We got some good product. We got more product coming. We not just pumping it out and giving you like half ass and whatever. Like we really that nice. You know what I'm saying? We ain't really got to prove that. The proof's in the pudding. You
Yep.
know, we're not going. I'm not going. I'm not going. I'm not going. I'm not going to stand on a hater and be like, oh my God, you gotta. We already know from the beginning of the year what your haters like. because y'all played that shots fired over and over again, but you refuse to like it and you refuse to share it. But it's all good. Look, it's over. Next.
The people, I'm gonna tell you like this. Fucking with this internet shit, you never know how long your arms stretch. You know what I'm saying? You'll never know. So you right now, you are only really paying attention to what you see on Facebook. That's why with Facebook, I just shoot music to Facebook. I really don't give too much encounters with it. But Instagram, it's a different animal. Instagram, and then connection to Rock City Radio, you have no clue how far your arm is stretching, son. There's a lot of people that know who the fuck you is. A lot of people are just realizing, oh shit, that's Outrighteous from the Madness. Yeah, I got him back. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been, like I said, what really started this journey on my internet to really be like, okay, God, go back and do it, is that people found out that I was God from the Madness. And the Madness was a project that we had no clue the arms and legs that it had. You know what I'm saying? So 30 years later, the arms and legs turned into a fucking Nephilim in like 2016. So once people found out that I was still rapping from that shit, they was like, yo, where's Mars Hall? Where's Darkman? Where's Nige? You know what I'm saying? And I was like, niggas, I was like, I'm the only one doing it. Like, I got Mars Hall in the chamber, but he just ain't, he not ready yet. I don't know what he got going on. But I finally got you back, son. And now
now I'm like I said, it's effort and non-effort at the same time. I guess at this age we done grown to a I know a lot of words. I know a lot of words, and my vocabulary is very extensive. You know what I'm saying? And we've learned to really master ceremonies.
Yeah. And master how to put them words together and make them make sense. Niggas is wizards.
Yeah. Word is bars. So that's where we at with it right now. And like I said, we got them projects coming. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one to just sit and hold on to beats. Like I said, I'm constantly, I got so many, it's like so much stuff that I still gotta do, and new stuff come. You know what I'm saying? New stuff come, new things hit me, and it's but I promise you this 4-volume project that I'm giving y'all is it's gonna be a decent project. It's gonna be a lot of wordplay, a lot of wordplay, a lot of harmonies, a lot of it's gonna get you in the mood. It's gonna get you in the mood.
Let's go. But yeah, we pulling up on that hour. It's probably gonna end up being 2 parts because I like to keep it at 30 minutes. So I'm gonna probably break this one up into 2 parts. But yeah, I'm just about to end the recording right now. I just want to say peace to everybody. Thanks for listening, checking out Mars Hall. See you. Yeah, no doubt. Y'all tap in. Peace.